Give me a second.
We're there.
All righty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thursday night, 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. This is our 4th episode, so thank everyone for showing up tonight. We got Al, Red Sox fan, and Bubba Husky already here, ready to go, listening to our awesome story. So thank you guys for coming out tonight to check us out. So just a quick update here about what happened in the last episode to refresh everyone's memories. Our brave band of adventurers went down to talk with someone that Hallisim had known in Phandelver, and they met an old adventurer like themselves who put them through a test to see if they were both determined enough and willing enough to undertake a very dangerous mission. Through the test, the players learned many good things, and they had completed the test, which Derek ended up telling them that an evil sorcerer has claimed this land as their own. He has great and many allies. He's done very horrible things. He's even probably the one behind the murder of one of the Phandelver citizens. He suggests that they go to the castle to the far east side of Phandelver, an old rundown castle. There he's seen some many menacing and evil shadows lurking. And then he bids the adventurers good luck and let me know if there's anything else we can do for you. So, Chrissy of Oldstone, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us. We do appreciate Chrissy showing up. Check out Chrissy's channel, Chrissy of Oldstones. Awesome channel. Anyways, you're there before the mighty warrior, his broken hip and all. He laughs at your request to join him in your adventures, saying that he is but a cripple and cannot continue. He would be of no aid to you other than the wisdom he can provide you. He also mentions to you that the murder also happened on the east side of town, so be careful and watchful if you venture over there. It's getting late in the evening, probably close to the witching hour, as you are finally finished and regained enough of your senses that you feel comfortable making the journey back through the dark streets back towards the inn. So you leave and start heading back. You all do have the map, correct? And you see the icon there?
Yes.
Very well. All right. Before you leave, Derek does say, does anyone have any further questions that I can be of assistance to? I'm more than willing to do whatever I can to help you. To understand, the issue is, if I come forth and show myself, and you are not able to defeat this evil, my life and all the lives of the citizens here, the good citizens in Phandelver, will be punished severely, as you have heard about the murder. So do you have any further questions of him?
Well, do you have any advice on how we should deal with this Voldemort character?
I would seek down his lair, find him in his lair. He's probably there, hiding, seeking out what he looks for. He has not found what he seeks, which is good. If we can find out what he's looking for, perhaps track down that information. I'm sure that probably the gentleman that was murdered here just a few nights before might have had some information that this evil sorcerer had sought.
What does Widow know? Any information?
I would talk with her. Have you not spoken with her yet?
No, we haven't. What about the town marshal that seems to be not interested in pursuing any investigation?
He would be another great person to talk with. You are being wise beyond your years.
Did the dead man have any children?
The man that was slain, no, he did not have any children with his wife. No.
Okay.
Well, I want to confer with my comrades on.
Thank you.
I think we should talk to the widow and the marshal.
Of course.
Now it's a matter of which one do we talk to first.
I would talk with the widow first. If
Of-
the marshal didn't want to deal with it, the widow is.
The widow is
And
as the
the
widow
widow-
does.
And
Well,
And just-
I bid you fond farewell, my friends.
Just to confirm,
He does,
that
before you
here-
leave, he ends up saying, I don't have much that can help you in your dangerous journeys, but take these. And he has several vials wrapped up in some green parchment paper for protection. Says, take these, they will heal your wounds if need be.
Thank you.
Thank you.
farewell.
All right, so again, it's almost the witching hour. It's getting very dark, a little wind. You must light a torch as you start heading back down the path towards the inn. As you're heading back down to the path, as you get to the bend there, Quillisim kind of stops everyone and says, hang on, guys, I want to talk to you for a second. I think we're okay to talk here. I don't want to wait to talk about this till we get back at the end. Too many ears around town.
What is it, my friend?
Well, I'm trying to figure out in my own head here what we're doing. What are we after? What is our goal here? It seems like we each have different goals, and I don't think my goal is aligning with your goal. So I'm asking thee, express the wishes for what you wish to do, so we may all align our goals together or separate if need be.
Well, separating would be horrible.
Right. I mean, we all got into this mess. What is your goal that's different from ours?
He says, well, my goal right now is he's kind of embarrassed. He's like, I don't want to be here because I don't think he's kind of, you see him kind of rubbing his head like he doesn't know what to say, how to explain it.
What is it we want?
These people need help.
These people, yes, they do need help, but unlike you, I have a personal connection to Gungan, and I feel for his safety. So maybe I can go seek out and see what I can learn of his whereabouts, and you can take care of helping these people until I arrive back.
Do you
May our
think
fate
it's wise to separate?
I'm sorry, Chris. I didn't hear what you said.
Do you think that it is wise to separate we one?
No, but I feel our paths are leading down a different road.
You
If you are to stay here and help these people, your path does not lay with mine.
Well, if your heart's not into it, bud.
seem like your mind is made up.
Fare thee well.
I've already packed my things, and I didn't want to tell you until afterwards, but I will seek out Dungren and see if I can learn something, and I will come back. And in the meantime, you help these poor folks because they definitely need it.
May we see you on another safe road hence.
I reach down and I grab Quillisim up and give him a big bear hug. I will miss you, wee one. Take care of yourself.
Stop. Put me down. Put me down.
Sorry.
God. He says, I've left Sildar's equipment in my room. Feel free to do with it as you see. Give it to the town folks as payment or whatever you wish. I do not wish to carry that baggage with me on my journey.
We will see to it.
Fare thee well.
Fairly well, young one.
All right, so you continue your journeys and come back
I'm
to
going to miss that spry little lad, aren't you, dog? As I slap dog on the back.
Why, certainly.
Why, certainly. So you arrive back at the inn. Like I said, there's several customers passed out at the table. There's only a few people left in the bar. As you enter, Jobin kind of waves you over to the bar. He's busy cleaning some stuff up for the late evening. Says, well met. Hope your evening was fine.
Well met.
Great. Just so you know, the fine sister lady came by to see you tonight. She waited for an hour or so, but then it was getting very late in the evening, so she decided she'll come back maybe in the morning to visit with you.
She leave a message?
Oh, just that she wanted to talk with you. Maybe just stop over at the temple in the morning, maybe.
Well, thank you for that information.
And he kind of, as he's cleaning the glasses and the mugs, he kind of leans across the bar and whispers softly, "And I kept an extra special eye on your rooms up there."
Ah, thank you.
Thank you.
Here's a few coppers for you.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. You see also there Celeste kind of cleaning up the last tables and sweeping out a bunch of the mud that some of the citizens had tracked in during the evening hours. And like I said, most of the patrons are inebriated or laying in the chairs sleeping, and you feel tired yourselves after a long adventure this evening.
Well, before I retire to my room, I go to Quillison's room to see what sort of equipment that Sildar left.
All right.
Company house bar.
So Sildar had a couple daggers, which I think, Chris, you already grabbed, correct?
Yes, I grabbed one. I grabbed both. I'm sorry. I took both daggers.
I think you took the dagger. So I am going to assignment. That is going to be ham tags. Ham tag the odorous. All right. He also has a. We should probably do this while we got a chance, okay? Since we probably should have done this actually before the session, but all right. Sildar also had an explorer backpack with a bunch of exploring stuff in it. He also has a potion, which by the arcane symbols on it, Aldrich Daw determines it's a potion of climbing. He also has scale mail and a spear as well.
Dom, do you want the spear?
It sounds like the orc might like that spear.
It's too much to wield. I have grown used to my battle axe, Argrimor. It fits perfectly.
Nice armor.
I'll test it out. I'll test it out and see if it's worth my.
Dog
Unless you want
sense.
to test it out.
All right.
No, because I have the spell I can use to set people on fire or try to.
Right,
So
your
extra weapons don't do me any good.
piercing weapons aren't right, and we have a wizard, so
Yeah, so
I
he
guess
also
would-
has the spear. He's got scale mail armor. Both the spear and the armor. Herb can tell by just holding on to them that they are magical of nature.
Uh, my fellows, this spear is a special spear. It has a spell on it. It is something we should check out to determine its true nature. This
I'm going
armor,
to go back down and observe if anybody else comes in and out of the tavern.
Okay.
Leave the rest of my party.
Okay.
Quillison leave anything behind in his room?
All his stuff is packed up and gone.
Okay. So I'm going to go to sleep. And
All right.
if,
So let me just. Yeah, we should have
Yep.
done this. I forgot we were going to do this in between sessions, but there's 3 gold teeth worth of 1 gold piece apiece. So I'll give those to Herb. All right. Herb is Eldrick Daw. Okay. Oh, Eldrick Daw. All right. You ended up that outside the goblin cave, there was the 2 goblins. One of them you had captured, remember, and then you had found a potion, and you also found a scroll.
okay.
The potion is a potion of healing as well. So does
I should
anyone,
take that.
Ron, you want that?
Yep.
All right, so that's Halsvar, H-A-L. All right. And then the scroll, which you guys couldn't figure out was bells and whistles, was a scroll of alarm. Does anybody want the scroll of alarm?
That sounds like something we're going to need for later on, so I can take that as well.
All right, Halsvar. All right. Then Hamtag's got the 2 daggers. The Explorer's pack. Anybody want to claim those? Those are just miscellaneous equipment, rope and tinderbox and torches and stuff like that. I'll give that to Dog. How's that sound?
Okay.
All right. Then we have the potion of climbing. Who wants the potion of climbing? So basically, this is going to give you.
We lost Herb. We lost his Herb character.
Okay.
And we lost Herb, period.
He lost what?
We've lost Herb.
Okay. He'll be back.
Okay.
Potion of climbing gives you advantage on any climbing checks for like an hour or something. So, who's going to be doing a lot of climbing? Dog Sidious?
That's what I'm thinking, sir.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give it to Dog. Again, you guys can decide yourselves. Then we got the scale mail that's magical.
What size is it?
Since it's magical, it goes to any size. When you start putting it on, it just automatically adjusts to your size.
I'm tired of getting killed. I'm taking the armor.
All right. Halsvar, okay. And then the spear is going to Dog. Is that okay with everyone?
That's fine.
Yep.
All right. And then I will distribute that. So if you guys go into your character sheets, go into your equipment, if you're going to equip something, go in there and equip it. So it'll add. Looks like Herb did.
Yeah, he's.
He like literally bombed out. I'll just keep track of our email just to see
Throw
if he
the
emails
spear.
us back.
Is that correct?
I'm sorry?
I can throw the spear, right?
You can throw it or stab with it, yes. If you
Okay.
go into your character sheet, it should actually show it in your action tab.
Okay, I see it now.
And
Thank you.
there's you see where it says refined spear? That's because shite.
Use mark this weapon as special. Okay.
Yeah.
The attention to detail and materials used mark this weapon out as special. Okay.
So it should.
Yeah, everything's on there. I'm just gonna
Does
Put
it?
it on my-
It doesn't actually tell you what it is, though, does it? There must be a way to. Here, I will identify it for you. There you go. So now that it's identified, if you got an item that's not identified, it won't actually add its attributes. So, Ron, did you
I see. One's for throne. And
put the armor on, Ron?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Is that the fine scale mail armor?
Yes.
And I've got it carried. So how would I've not played with any of this stuff.
Just where the little sack icon is, it says carried. Just click that until it changes over.
Equipped.
And then take your chainmail off.
Not carried.
That's ham tag.
Did I do that right?
I need to identify this for you real quick. Hang on. Otherwise, it won't give you the stats. Inventory. Fine scale mail. All right. So identify there. So now.
Okay.
You should see what it is.
Yes, I do see what it is.
All right.
And so should it be carried? Equipped. Equipped is what I want.
Yeah, you want to equip it and you want to make sure you take off your other armor.
Yep, I did.
All right,
It's
beautiful.
carried. Okay.
All right. Let's see if Herb decides to come back. I haven't got an email from him, so either his computer crashed or whatever. I don't know. All right. So you divvy up the supplies from the room and decide who's going to gather what, and then you go to sleep. Chris, you don't notice the hour that you're there. Maybe one person came in or left. It's been, it's past midnight now, and one of the drunks woke up and staggered out into the street, and that was about it. It's kind of uneventful.
I prop myself back in the chair and kick my feet up on the table and snooze.
Okay.
I wake up. Actually, I was going to ask Ham Tag if you wanted to take a nap. I'd be happy. Just knock on my door, and I will be glad to do this in shifts.
I will come get you if I need your assistance, Housebar. Thank you very greatly.
Not a problem.
All right. Boom, 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 boom.
So Ham Tag's asleep.
All right. Next morning arrives. Pretty uneventful evening. The sun starts to glisten over the Sword Mountains and light their way, and you start getting awakened by some of the wildlife off in the distance, clucking and barking, and you hear some people moseying about and pushing carts down the street and such. So
All right,
it's a new day. Beatles Eternally, welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping out tonight. Appreciate it, my friend.
So I go down to the lobby and get my free continental Bullsbury pie.
You can. You take a little while to get all your stuff gathered up. It's going to, take all your stuff with you, I'm assuming, as you're preparing for your journey for the day. This early hours, there's actually 6 drunks still sleeping it off in the morning that you've noticed been there pretty much all the night, just sleeping it off. And you're greeted with a smiling bartender asking if you slept well. He's still yawning as it's very early in the morning for him as well.
Jubbin, the evening passed greatly.
I'm sorry, Chris, say it again.
Jubbin, the evening passed greatly, thank you.
I saw you keeping a watchful eye. I was watching you as well to make sure no one came and gave you any trouble.
Thank you.
I'm only going to be working a little bit this morning, and then I will be I'll be headed off. Need to get me some rest here. I got the rest of the staff will be coming in.
Can I do anything for you, Jubbin? You've been such a good host.
I just feel so bad about what had happened to someone that had come in. I feel badly about that. I've actually had it out with that bloody. Hang on a second. I forget his name. I need to bring up the sheet there. I've had it out with that bloody Harbin and his worthless ways. That I've already told him that he should keep a better control over things.
Chubbin, can you tell us anything about the widow? Do you know her at all, or?
I know her. She's been here quite a while. Yes, her and her poor husband. You heard about the murder the past days. Terrible thing that happened to him out there on the east side, past the behind the Tanner's shed in the back. I don't know if you've been out that way, but horrible thing.
No, yeah, it is pretty bad.
What do you know of this new town's marshal?
Harbin, he's worthless. I mean, let's be honest. He doesn't do much. You know, he throws a drunk in jail every once in a while, gets in trouble, but
Letters under our doors. I mean, yeah, we need to see this man and find out what he is up to.
I concur.
yeah, well, I mean, he's just one man. Put yourselves in his shoes. I mean, I think of him illy, and I admit it, but you know, I also put myself in his shoes. He's one man. How can one man keep law and order for this many? He can't be everywhere at once, and if he does, he could find himself on the wrong side of a knife blade if he gets out of line with the wrong crowd.
Yeah, no, that's true. So, folks, are we ready to go see the good sister?
Very well.
Very well.
All
Good
right, just because Herb had gone, we want to give him a couple minutes to see if he can come back. So what we're going to do is we're going to take an early break tonight. Give Herb about 5 minutes, see if he can reconnect. We'll get something to drink. We'll get an early break and stuff. So that way,
progress.
I'm sorry?
I said his reboot's still in progress, he said.
Oh, okay. So he's all right. So we'll give him a couple minutes, see if he can rejoin up, and then that way we'll get a little break so he doesn't miss too much. So everyone, we'll be back in just a few minutes. Thanks for being here tonight. We appreciate it, and we'll pick up this story here in just a couple minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for coming, folks. Got Beatles in here, Chrissy, Al, Bubba. What's happening, folks?
Ron, why don't you tell everybody that is going to be watching this later a little bit about your channel, man?
All right, let me mute it first, then I can see it. Yeah, my name is Ron. If you don't know me already, I run a retro sports network, and which is pretty much replaying older ball games, replaying the 1978 NFL season over lunch. And tomorrow I continue my World Series pre-play. We'll play games 3 and 4 from Dodger Stadium, and appreciate all the support I've gotten from you, the community, over the month or so that I've been back in it.
All right. Thanks, Ron. Dog, how about you, man? Give us a word or two there, brother.
Dog's muted.
I'm back. One second. Yeah, hey, thanks for being out here tonight, folks. Yeah, Doc Sidious. So I do Star Wars entertainment, live chats. Also, we'll be doing Saturday night with the crew. We're back Saturday night, 10 p.m. This Saturday, and also Sunday I'll be doing another live stream with the Westerosi Ninja Melt. We did the dark side of the Force last time, but back to the light side, and do the top 5 Jedi this time. So looking forward to that. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of live streams lately, and on other channels like Living My Rhapsody and the Westerosi Ninja too. We just did our top Quentin Tarantino films too. It was pretty fun. So hope everybody's having fun tonight. And yeah, I'm Dog, folks.
Cool.
How about you, Chris? Oh, looks like Herb's.
Well, you know me. I'm Chris. I'm Stratomatic Delaware, and we're all very close friends as far as channels, as well as some others in the chat. Al Red Sox fan, definitely. I mean, he is a huge part of this community as well. We're looking forward to maybe him joining in a future adventure because he had expressed some interest. But me, I'm cards and dice, retro sports, baseball, football, basketball, hockey, golf, auto racing, boxing, many designers, primarily Stratomatic, few other bigger names in there. Also going to throw some board games into the mix. I've got one by GMT Games called Cataclysm, A Second World War, where you basically start out working on the politics and allegiances and alliances between the different powers, starting in about 1933 and building up and not being belligerent and not trying to give too much leverage to the other powers. And it goes through conclusion, and I'm trying to wrap my brain about the rule book on that thing. But so far, so good. So I hope to bring some of that to the channel in the future as well. And I see Herb is back with us. Herb, do you have a couple of words for everybody?
I am furiously working on reestablishing full contact. So that's called the old loss of complete power. The warp drive went out. I had to eject the core and do another one.
Reactor scram. Rig for reduced electrical.
All right, Herb, come on back into Fantasy Grounds when you can. Thanks for joining us once again. Thanks for joining us. Beatles Eternally, thank you very much. Chrissy of Old Stone, hugs and kisses to you. Great job. She did a live reading the other night, and I got there too late. And once again, it was Lovecraft. I'm so sorry I missed it, Chrissy. Please forgive me. I feel bad about that. But I appreciate you doing that. So thank you so much, Chrissy. Al, Red Sox fan, is here. Check out his channel. Does a wonderful job. He's on very high of the highs right now as his Boston Red Sox are up 2-0 in the World Series. Woo-hoo! So if the Red Sox end up winning, he'll be intolerable for another year. So if you're gonna join his channel, now's the time to do it.
We're not supposed to hug and kiss you, Al.
No comment.
What's baseball?
What's baseball? There you go.
When the Red Sox win, I'll let you know, okay?
Okay.
All right, Herb, you just joined up back into Fantasy Grounds. When you do, let me know. We're going to go ahead and continue with the story as we go here.
I was listening on the phone.
Okay. Let me know when you're back in. I'll resend the map to you guys as well. So you guys decide to go to the temple to visit the sister, or?
Okay.
Oh, looks like Herb's in. Let me send him our.
Well, we're going to the widow. No.
Do we want to do the widow, or do we want to do the sister first? Since she actually came to find us last night.
Okay, I misunderstood, fellas. Yeah, we'll go to the temple. Then it's fine.
Yeah, and then we can then we'll find the widow.
All right, Herb, I sent you the map, and it should be blue again, right?
The background is blue.
All right, beautiful. So you guys start heading out. It's a nice day, nice cool breeze here this morning as you head out of the inn. Again, people going about their everyday lives, and move the token here as you get to the lane to start heading down the lane towards the temple on the far end of the lane here. As you get about halfway down, you're talking amongst yourselves. You notice that it looks to be like some of the windows have been smashed out of the church. Some of the windows have been broken.
I run forward to the church to see if I can find the sister.
All right.
Have they been broken outside or inside?
They're too far away to tell, but as you run up to the church, you can definitely tell that they've been broken from the inside out. At least 2 of the 5 windows have been smashed. You go around to the front door. You open the front door, which is unlocked. Big, sturdy wood door. And
Sister, are you in here anywhere?
as you open the door, it opens to the main. What's a good word? The main room, where you see several
Sanctuary.
pews. On the far end, you see a raised platform where most of the preaching or whatever would be done. There are several religious items there, and you notice hanging from the ceiling in a noose, the sister's body dangles.
Oh my,
Oh no!
that is terrible. Somebody, let's try to cut her down.
As you
Cut her
run
down.
up to her, you see that her lifeless body hangs as her neck is dangling to one side. She looks like her throat has been cut. There is a huge, jagged piece of glass stuck in her neck. Her robes are covered with blood, which is dripping into a big pool on the floor. Stuck, almost pinned to her chest, you see this. I will send you a new object here if I can get my mouse to stop acting like a
Where is our
jerk.
friend?
Oh, hang on. Now I've just minimized everything. That's great. There we go. All right. Let's try this again.
I quickly administer the spare the dying, knowing that's probably going to be in vain, but I do my best.
Stuck almost pinned to her outfit, you see another note.
Well, looks like we had another accident. Tisk tisk. What a shame. I hate doing things like this, but you left me no choice. I did give you fair warning, so you have no one to blame but yourselves.
Does that handwriting look the same as the notes that
Same
we
as
got at the hotel?
notes that we had in our.
Yeah,
Yes,
Oh,
it looks very familiar to you. Yes.
Exactly the
We,
same. The villain has struck.
do we know where Sildar's room is? We should check to see if he's still even with us.
Great point. As you are doing this and you're administrating this rite upon the this deceased lady, you hear very softly, kind of faintly, up in the top right-hand corner is the hallway that leads to the spare rooms. You hear, hello, hello, hello.
Tag, go find that.
I go running up the stairs to
Show
find it.
yourself.
All
I
right,
follow.
bust through or you break down, or not break down, you just open the door there. You see several rooms, and you hear inside there, hello, hello. As you proceed down the hallway in the third room, you open the door. You see Sildar there, still completely bandaged. He's sitting on his cot, and you see his hands are covered with blood. You see his the top part of his cloth tunic is covered with blood. He keeps going like this. Hello, someone there? Hello.
I walk over. Sildar, I am one of those who brought you to this town. Are you unharmed?
Oh yes, you do sound familiar. Yes, I remember meeting you the other day. You are the second visitor I've seen now.
I
There is a
am.
visitor.
My name is Hamtag.
Hamtag. Yes, I remember meeting you the other day. Are you okay? And he keeps. My hands are wet. Ugh. My
Let's
last
clean them up.
visitor, when I shook his hands, he put something on me. It's awful.
Do you remember anything about this visitor? Anything at all? As I lead him over to a basin to help wash his hands.
There's a water bucket there that you can use to. He says, yes, he spoke very very softly, but he had such anger in his voice. Such anger in his voice. I think he was mad at me for something. I'm not sure. Probably The only thing I remember is he was here talking with me, and I was scared, and I lunged back, and my feet came up and must have kicked his staff he used to walk. But when his staff hit the ground, it did not make the sound of wood. It sounded like glass, almost like I broke his staff. I'm not sure if that's why he's angry with me.
I wouldn't worry about him being angry with you. We need to get you to somewhere safe.
I am safe here. The sister takes good care of me. She
His
should be
sister-
by. She should be by any time to bring me breakfast.
I come up the stairs and tell Hamtag that there is very little there's nothing I can do.
I signal to him to keep it down.
Yes.
Need to inform the marshal.
Sildar, remain here, and I'll see that the sister or somebody else comes and sees to you very shortly. Do you need anything else right at the moment?
No, no. He's kind of washing his hands. This is good. Can I have a drink of the water though? I am thirsty.
Let me find some for you. I'll be right back. And I go to find some water for the man to drink.
Okay.
I find some water and I bring it back to him. Here you go, Sildar. Have a drink of this.
Okay. Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate all your effort. Tell the sister I'm hungry. I'm very, very getting hungry.
Is the kitchen in an obvious place?
Mostly, she would go to some of the local stalls, buy some fruits and such. She wouldn't prepare anything
Okay.
too much. Yeah.
Dog, do you want to go talk to the marshal while I gather some food?
I think with the way that things are transpiring in this town, we should stick together at this time and stay together as a group.
Okay.
I agree. Sildar, we will be right back. We'll have some food for you in a moment.
Thank you. Thank you so much. As this was going on, dog, you notice you kind of been in the main chamber. You notice that definitely the windows are broken from the inside out because all the glass is laying scattered outside the temple.
Right? Yeah. So it's the glass is outside, like somebody broke, like somebody was trying to get out.
Yeah, yeah.
So somebody was trying to leave this place in a hurry, and I look over and see if there's any tracks at all, any blood trails, any things of that nature.
And I'll knock that downstairs.
Give me a perception check if you don't mind.
Everybody?
Just dog.
Okay. Hamtag, did you notice any broken glass? Did Hamtag any broken glass up in Sildar's room?
There was some, not nearly as much, not the windows. However, Sildar said that he had heard someone come into the room to visit him, his first visitor, he called him, and said that it sounded like glass was breaking underfoot and that the person sounded very angry and he was scared.
Well, it sounds like it's our friend from the east. I wonder if he broke his staff.
That is what I was wondering as well.
In any case, we need to attend to him.
Dog, you see just some little spatters of blood around, almost like it's not like if you were to stab someone and then walk around in a bunch of blood and then walk around a room. It's just a little bit like almost a little bit here on this pew, a little bit over here on this pew, and then kind of over by the door, the entranceway.
There's a little bit.
Go.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
There's a little bit of blood outside this window, and now there's some that trails off from the door.
Now, there's no blood at the window. None
No
whatsoever.
blood at the window.
No blood at the window. There's some, like on a couple of the pews and the chairs that are kind of in this small room. And then over by the door, there's a little bit.
All right, so I check over by the door.
Wonder if he cut himself when murdering the sister.
Like he smashed the window first and then used one of the shards.
Well, like I said, you did notice a big piece of glass in her neck.
Right. So it sounds like he used the shard on her, and then he went out the door.
Yeah,
Blood.
that's kind of the
Going.
impression you got from just,
Okay.
your investigations of what had happened. Yes.
I'm going to talk to my comrades. I don't know if we can trust this town marshal.
We need to get the sister to a place of rest.
And
And
who
report
can we
the-
trust in this
report
town
the
right now? I mean, can we trust the town marshal, right now, or is there someone else we can have handle this, have handle the sister, if you will?
Well, I'm kind of worried about Sildar and his safety right now.
Right.
Should we get to the inn?
He should definitely be brought down. Bring him down. I will get him. I'll
Okay.
bring him down.
We need to get him out of here. Can't leave him here.
Okay.
Doug, can you see what direction that the trail leads off to? Does it look like it's going to the thing to the old castle in the east, or we just can't tell?
I'm gonna look outside the door and see if there's any more blood trails, anything that would.
Give me another perception check as you're scouting, but you remember as you're walking down the lane towards the church, you don't remember seeing anything, but you kind of scout around a little bit to see if you find anything else, but once you leave the temple, it looks like you don't find any more blood spat or anything like that.
Bring Sildar down the steps slowly.
All right, so Sildar's now in the main room with the rest of whoever's there, and
I say we run him down to the inn, and then we got to go talk to this widow, because obviously this
I agree.
whoever it is obviously killing people.
First, I step into the pantry and I get a loaf of bread and I break it in half and hand some to Sildar. Here you are, Sildar. Something to eat for now.
oh, thank you so much. It's so good. He's still got the residue of blood on his arms, but most of it's been washed off, and he starts to chew on it, but he's covered in blood. As you start taking him down the street towards the inn, people that are watching are mortified. You see their eyes grow very big as they see this half bloody person walking down the street.
I check him over for wounds. Do I find anything new?
You do not see any cuts or bruises or anything like that on him as he walks. The people kind of see you guys coming with him, and they all kind of separate and let you, and then they kind of whisper and point as he walks by. News of what happened will soon be out.
Are we still outside the temple? Excuse me.
You're on the way back towards the end, from what I heard.
I wanted to look around for any squirrels or animals I could possibly commune with them.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Right. How did that miss the roll? Let's try that again. The gods favor you because as you're as some of you have started taking him down the road, Dog City's decided to stay back and kind of look around the area. Kind of the next house over in the yard is a dog kind of sitting there growling and um, watching you guys.
You can talk to dogs.
Dog.
I'm gonna go up to I go up to the dog and I use my I use my new ranger ability of trying to speak with animals, see if I can commune with this dog and see if he saw anything that came out of that doorway.
Dog, what are you doing?
I want to talk to that dog.
Oh, you can do that. Let's see if he seen anything.
So I go up to the dog and I try to commune with him.
Yep, I'm just reading over the spell here so we get a. Okay. Wow. That's well done, gentlemen. Well thinking out. Everything you guys have done is well thought out, and you guys are actually, as opposed to our first couple of sessions, you're now thinking as your characters would think, which is a great moment in role playing when you're actually doing that. So, Dog, definitely inspiration if you don't have it yet. Great job. Because this is going to alter everything that I had done. Remember, I sent you that email about how the things you do or say or don't say can alter the story. Well, now you've just altered the story because of your actions in a positive way. So you do talk with this dog, you cast a spell, you basically have like 10 minutes to communicate with it in a rough format. And you ask him the question, did he see anyone leave the temple? And he answers, he kind of he puts his paw down on the ground and shakes it twice. You say, shake twice for yes and once for no. And he shakes twice that yes, he had seen someone leave the temple.
Was it a minor?
He pats just once on the ground, which means
Hand
no.
peg. Let's not go too far. I don't want dog to be alone.
You guys are already halfway down the road
Okay.
to back towards the inn. Let me bring up the map here. So Dog Sidious is kind of back at the temple. You guys are about halfway down the road. People again are seeing what's this freaky, bloody guy walking down the road, and they're kind of everyone's whispering and pointing and kind of getting out of your way. And we'll go ahead.
I cover him with my bear skin to try to hide the image a little.
Okay. Would have been a good thing to do before you guys left. So you've altered the story badly because now everyone in the town is going to hear about the bloody guy walking from the temple.
Yeah.
But you've also altered it in a good way. Oh, back to you. Your next question. Was it a man? Is that what your question? Roof. 2.
Yeah. Okay. Was it a sorcerer?
So he's not gonna understand that question.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because he's not gonna go, oh, this guy's a cleric, this guy's a sorcerer, and this guy's a bandit. He doesn't understand those terms.
Did he head north?
North? Roof? No.
I basically want to ask him which direction did he go? Was he alone? Was he alone?
Was he alone? That's a great question. You get roof.
No. Did he have?
Now, I'm not trying to help you guys, and some of the party's not there, but remember what Chris had said that Sildar had mentioned, because that might help you figure out a really good question to ask. And Chris, refresh his memory what you had told him Sildar said. So
told him that Sildar had a visitor, and that the visitor sounded very angry and it scared Sildar, and that it sounded like glass was breaking under his shoe.
He let me just go back and just because I want this to be known correctly, just to make sure. Sildar says that when the man was there speaking with him, he frightened Sildar. Sildar kind of, lunged back in his chair, and his feet came up and must have kicked something that the man had leaned against a wall or something. And when it fell over and hit the ground, it sounded like glass, but it wasn't wood. It was glass. So you've wrapped him up in a bear skin. We'll come back to you, dog, as you think, okay? And you've made it back to the inn, dragging him into the inn. Oh, back so soon?
Well, this is our friend. He needs to be tended to. He needs a meal and he needs a bath, and he cannot see, so he will need assistance.
Oh my gosh, and I thought I had the day off today. Oh, no worries, no worries.
We will compensate you what we can for your trouble.
I have a spare room for him upstairs, if that is okay, next to you.
Place him in mine would be fine.
All right, I will make sure Chrissy gives him some food. Celeste will give him some food. Not Chrissy. I got Chrissy of the brain all of a sudden. Don't read chat, I guess, is what I'm saying. Celeste will give him some food, and we'll tend to his wounds. You say he needs healing?
No, just simply cleaned up and comforted. He's had a very, very rough evening.
I see that. He kind of sees his sandals are making blood spots on his on the wood, just very faintly, because most of the blood is now because of the dirt roads. Most of it's been kicked off and washed off.
I will take him up to my room and get him comfortable.
All right, dog. Do you have any other questions you want to ask?
See, by Chrissy of Old Stones, did you see the man's face?
Roof.
Could you lead me to the man? Could you lead me to these men?
Oh,
I will be in your debt.
All right, we're going to take a quick break here because this is going to change everything. So let's take 5 and let me comprehend how this is going to alter things. So,
Dog!
Stop the DM! Yeah!
Dog broke the
it's not that
DM!
you stump me. I just have to figure out how all the weaves are unweaving. So I need to figure out how that works. Everyone, take 5. We'll be back in a few minutes.
All right.
okay.
Nice job, dog.
All right,
Yep.
quick take a 5 here, guys.
But nice job. Did you get your power back, Herb?
The power, yeah. I didn't get the picture back yet, though. But
Well, it's important that you're back with us, period.
oh yeah, I've been talking. I don't know if everybody's been hearing me.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we just kind of hit a critical juncture when we found the dead sister.
Uh-huh. Is her body still laying there in the church?
We did not do anything with her body. I made the decision to get him out of danger, and Dog decided he wanted to investigate, which was the right thing to do, and he could have the spell that to talk to animals. So as we brought Sildar back to the inn, Dog talked with the dog, D-O-G, as opposed to D-A-W-G.
I heard some of the conversation with the dog.
And so I'm not sure how much we screwed up by leaving Dog up there to talk with the dog, but my first thought was, as the healer, was to make sure that nothing else could happen to Sildar.
Mm-hmm. Is the party all together now?
I don't believe so. I believe that that Hamtag is bringing Sildar to his room, and then we will go back to Dog.
Okay.
But we
Now-
did separate because I'm not sure if that was the right decision by me or not.
The icon is near the inn.
On the map. Yeah, we're kind of halfway. I don't think we're the three of us went to the inn and we left Dog to talk. Dog found the dog next door. So he and Fido were having a conversation as the three of us were.
Okay.
I screwed up and we didn't make sure that Sildar was covered. So it's obvious that this guy is in very bad shape. So whatever we scored with the townspeople, I might have messed up by us dragging this half-dead thing.
We should relay the story that we are trying to find the person or thing that is responsible for his injuries and the sister's death.
Well, we're the ones who are responsible for his injuries, don't forget.
Yeah.
And so it was just much more of on my end. It was just kind of like, oh shit, let's get out. Let's get him out of here.
As far as the blood all over him, that was
The blood we believe is my guess from the story. I'm not sure how much of that is ID. Can ID hear us?
he's on a break.
He's on a break. My guess, I'm not sure how much of Hamtag's conversation with Sildar you and I were supposed to have heard.
I spoke out loud in general public.
Okay.
Me just now. No.
We're still waiting for ID to come back.
He's back.
He's back.
So Herb, that's what happened. Is I guess I kind of panicked and wanted to make sure that we got him out, and we didn't cover him in time. And so unfortunately, the group split. So I think my perception is that after Hamtag brings him up to the room, that we rush back up to
We are
find.
going to rush back to Dog. But before we do, Sildar, I'm going to give you, I fear for your safety. I would like to refer to you by a different name. So if anybody calls you by Mr. Right Eye, please respond to them. They are talking to you. Okay? It's a precaution.
You're acting very strange. Why, may I ask, you are acting so strange?
I will explain it to you in due course, my friend. Must trust me.
I trust you. You asked me to trust you.
Yeah,
All right, I trust you.
very well.
You've done nothing against me, as far as I can tell.
I shall return shortly, and you will be well taken care of, or I will hear otherwise.
Okay.
So I go downstairs and I tell Jubbin that my friend's name is Mr. Right Eye, and please see to him, and we will be in contact soon. We must go back to our friends down by the temple.
Okay. As you, as soon as you leave the inn, you've been there probably 15, 20 minutes. Gentleman comes sauntering over to you. Hey, well met. I am Harbin. I hear there's been some trouble this morning. May I perhaps ask you what you're doing?
If you would accompany us over to the temple, we would be more than happy to discuss it with you.
There's kind of a crowd of people now, and they're all kind of whispering and talking amongst themselves and pointing at y'all. Very well. We can discuss this as we head over there. So, as you start heading back towards the temple,
yes.
He asks you, what trouble? I hear you were carrying around or escorting a very bloody person this morning.
Before Hamtag answers, I whisper in his ear, just generalities, nothing specific.
I grab him by the scruff of his garment and throw him against the nearest wall that I can and pin him to it and say, what business do you have placing these letters underneath our doors in the inn?
His eyes grow very big and says, I don't know what you're talking about. Give me an intimidation check.
Raga, gaga, gaga.
He says, unless you wish to end up in the jail, I would suggest you calm down. I am just simply asking you questions for the safety of all those concerned.
I don't believe it is him, Hamtag.
I release him against the wall and step back. I've got my eye.
Kind of grabs his, stuff and kind of rearranges his shirt back in, tucks it back into his slacks, and says, I have a mind to throw you in the slammer anyways. And there's still a crowd of people kind of 30, 40 feet. They're not trying to get close. They're just kind of watching what's going on here now. And they're trying to, busybody, trying to listen in. There's probably a good 18 or so people just kind of gathered around. Someone knocked on my door this morning saying the strangers in town were carrying around a bloody man. I'm just simply trying to find out what had happened. That's all. You know how things get spread around in the town?
Yes, you're pretty good at doing that.
What is this again? Attack of my character.
Maybe
Now, damn it, I need some answers or I must put you all in jail.
Let me talk to him, fellows. Sometimes I do have the gift of gab. Let me see.
Fine, Ulrich. You talk with him. I'm going to find Dog.
Oh, sir, we found this man was being cared for at the temple. The blood on him is from a foul deed that occurred there, and I believe there are answers that are matched with something we are also trying to find out about.
All right, then. Lead on to the temple, then. Dog, do you have any more questions you wish to ask?
Yeah. Did you see the town marshal by chance?
Again, the dog's not going to know who's what.
I'm just referring to my last question. Can you help me find where these men went?
He says yes. And he
again,
kind of runs around in a circle, kind of sniffing the ground. All, kind of tongue hanging out. At this point, you see coming back towards the temple down the street, kind of yelling and back and forth. You see Hamtag, and it seems to be they're carrying, or they're being escorted down there by a human male, probably in his late 30s, kind of balding on the side, roughed hair. And he seems to be arguing with Hamtag and Eldrick Daw and Halisfar. And
Dog, meet our fine constable. You will have to restrain me before this day is through.
Yeah. So what is all this? He sees the broken windows of the temple, and he says, "Did you break those windows of the temple? Is that what all this is about?"
Go in and see for yourself what happened.
All right. So he enters into the temple.
I follow him.
Okay. When he opens the door to the temple, his eyes go very big, and he's kind of like shell-shocked. He just stands there, like in shock.
That's what we saw this morning, guy.
I need to take a bow for a moment. I shall return.
I brush past Harbin and I walk over and I begin to try to loosen the bonds of the sister and let her down in dignity.
Okay, he's still like just standing at the door in shock. He sees the big
Dog-
pool of blood, and then he sees you take her down gently, and another murder here. Ah, this is ridiculous. This is crazy. I'm out of here. And he just turns around and leaves.
That was
I grab my
The dog. Does the dog chase after the cop?
the dog's with me. I tell the dog. I gesture to the dog to just kind of calm down a second, and I try to get I want to confer with my comrades.
All right, as you come back from where you're at with the dog, you see this guy kind of starts walking down the street real fast. He's got this look of horror on his face.
I lay the sister on a pew and I come back outside.
Okay, so you're all outside the temple now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hank, I have returned.
Dog, what did you learn from your
I tell my comrades the story of the dog and the dog. And I explain to them.
The dog and the dog. That's a good one.
Do we have anything that the dog could sniff?
Wow, wow,
And
wow.
this dog will lead us to these scoundrels, if you will, and of course, we would be in this dog's debt.
Hamtag, is there any like loose clothing around that the dog might be able to get a scent off of?
So
I did not see anything. Perhaps there is something back up in Sildar's room.
I asked. I gestured to the dog to.
All right, he starts running down the lane.
Okay, we follow the dog.
We follow the dog.
Bow, wow,
Follow
wow.
the dog. Bow, wow, wow. All right, he comes right down the middle of the street, and when he gets to the crossroads there, he just starts running down to the main courtyard again. As you're following his dog now, you see more people in the street must have already gotten wind. They're kind of pointing at you guys as you're running after this dog. And when the dog gets to the center of town, he starts heading to the east, sniffing the ground as he goes.
Oh God, this means we're not gonna be able to talk to the widow before we deal with this thing.
He continues heading east.
We continue to follow.
Right? Continues heading east, sniffing around more. As he gets to the kind of this area here, you notice there's a sign up here that says the Sleeping Giant Inn, and you see some of the local houses and stuff. This kind of looks like not as many people in this area, very few people, lower quality housing, kind of think of it as kind of the slums area for this town. He kind of runs around in some circles for a little bit and tries, looks like he's trying to pick up the scent again. Dog Sidious, give me a animal handling check.
Pardon me, a what check?
Animal handling check.
Animal handling. Gotcha.
All right. He starts. Looks like he picked up the scent again, and starts heading down the path. Off to the east, you see up on the hill a old abandoned. Looks like an old manor, almost like a castle, but it's old, decrepit. Walls have fallen down. Doesn't look like the building's been used much, but you do notice that this path has been used quite a bit. There's not many weeds growing up in the dirt. All the ones that had sprouted have been trampled on. You do notice quite a few trails leading back and forth between the town and the manor. So you're kind of eyeing this as the dog continues. Let's see if I can move my map so everyone watching can see a little bit better. There we go.
I skid to a halt and I whistle, trying to get the dog to stop and come back.
He completely ignores you and keeps going. So he continues down the path and kind of veers left and right. It looks like it snakes up the hill towards this house. And you're quite possibly thinking, oh, he must be going towards the house.
I say we search this manor out, comrade.
The lair is in this direction, though.
But you notice as soon as he gets to this point, instead of continuing down the path, he veers off.
Huh.
And starts going around the side of the hill.
Okay. Just keep following the dog.
He gets you're down probably 40 or 50 feet below kind of the cliff side. You can see the crumbling manor up on top of the hill there. And he gets to an area here, and it's quite dense and bushy, and he kind of barks like through the bushes. He kind of stops at the bushes.
Thank you, my friend. And I'm going to go up and see if there's any secret passages or secret entrances or something.
Right, if you all want to give me a perception check. Good night, Chrissy. Have a good night. Thanks a lot for showing up.
I toss a spare piece of meat to the dog.
Do you have spare meat?
Little piece of meat so I can chew on it.
Is it raw?
Yes.
Carrying around raw meat with you?
He's an ogre.
Sure.
All right.
Just one.
Just one. All right.
Just one.
Just one, you say. All right. Well, it doesn't take you long, and you do notice kind of behind a clump of some bushes and stuff, you kind of head around behind it to the right, and you see what looks like a cave opening, and quite a big size for, it doesn't look like a natural cave. It looks like somebody had actually dug this like a secret entranceway.
I don't know if we want to go in until we talk to the widow. I mean, I'm sure, 90% sure this is where we're going to find our dude.
I agree.
I also
I think it's best to leave the dog behind, and he's done enough for us right now, and I don't want to risk his safety. He's done plenty for us.
I scratch his neck.
Yeah, and I will be in his debt, and I will repay the debt.
Yeah, I'm not ready to go into there
God
yet.
always repays his debts.
Yeah.
Would you guys like me to stay behind in a hidden place and just keep an eye on things? Or shall I come with you?
I think you should come with us. Come with us. Mighty Hamtag.
Very well.
Just to the northwest of where the icon is, and the side of the it's hard to draw with this stupid pen they give me, but I don't know if you can see my little mark I put on the.
I saw you open it, but I didn't see.
Yeah. All right. Let me try something else here. Let's do a pointer like this, right? So if I do a pointer right there. All right. You see the arrow?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So that's kind of where the opening is there.
Okay.
Do we want to leave something there to mark it when we come back, or
now that you know where it's at, it'll be easy to find. I mean,
Okay.
it was hidden from view from the bushes and the trees, purposely planted there for a reason. But yeah, now that you know where to look, it's easy to spot. No guarantee you can find it again.
do you think, gentlemen, that we've been spotted by whoever's in there?
I
See,
think
we're not trying to conceal ourselves.
That's true.
I glance around and just see if anything is moving in the bushes.
We're not trying to conceal ourselves, but I really not sure that we want to announce ourselves quite yet.
You don't see anything or hear anything. The wind just whistles in and out of the cave entrance. The trees' limbs are blowing in the wind, and it's now the sun is getting towards high time.
Yeah, I really think we need to go find the widow before we come back, gentlemen. Don't you agree?
Yes.
All right, so you want to head back towards the town?
Yes.
All right. Start going back. You get back to the path. You kind of look back over your shoulders there at the decrepit manor. Again, it looks like most of it's fallen apart. It's kind of looks like it was built a long time ago, but at one point it was probably a majestic place, but now it's probably just an eyesore for those local residents. And you start heading back down into town here. And
Ulrich, how can you tolerate a man like that Harbin? He just sets me on my edge. I do not understand, Ulrich. How can you tolerate a man like that?
One does what one does, what one must.
I must break him.
I wouldn't go that far. I think he's probably been. I think someone's gotten to him.
You think? He sounded like he was genuinely with us.
You may be right.
I mean, he may have it coming to him, but right now, I think he's pretty spooked on his own without any help from us.
as you
Wait up, we're right behind you.
As you start heading back into town, like I said, it's not very many people on this side of town. Not very there's no merchants or anything. As you start getting back towards the Sleeping Giant Inn and that area, a few houses there, mostly run down, very low quality houses and stuff. As you're walking back down the street, you're quickly several people kind of walk over towards you. And they kind of barred your way, two in front of you and two behind you, and they say, what's up with you guys? Most of them
Yeah.
you can see have got just light armor on. They got a weapon, short sword.
Hail, friend.
Hey, hail.
Whom do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
Oh, well, my name is Tundith. Tundith, Tundith, if you're spelling it at home. And you are?
I am Elric Da.
I'm
Elric Hellsfar, yes. I think we've heard about you guys. You're the new visitors from out of town, right?
Yes,
Yeah, you
we
could say.
are.
Yeah. My buddy over there, you kind of look over your shoulders, he's kind of standing behind you, said that your stories you were carrying a bloody guy down the road. What's that all about?
Oh, people like to tell stories, don't they?
The guy standing behind you says, "No, I saw with my own eyes. You call me a liar?"
No, he
Yeah.
just had a bad night.
So, what was the story with the bloody guy?
What is your position in this town?
Bah, my position is, a resident. What's your position? You're a
My
foreigner.
position
That's what you are. And I don't like
and
your tone.
any idea of what we were doing will be as foreign to you
Sir, you're really gonna
Flop to a
not
pig.
like our tone very soon. Keep asking us questions.
Yeah, well, I heard there's not a lot of people in town that really want you here. That's what I hear.
We have had no problems with folk in this fine town. There was some trouble at the temple, and we're trying to help with that.
What kind of trouble at the temple?
Again, you are of no authority here. Why are you demanding answers of us?
Because I'm a resident and I want to know what's going on in my town.
You might
Take it up
And
with
there ain't
Marvin.
nothing wrong with my town until you showed up. He draws his
He'll
sword.
come to your town, Martha. He'll tell you
Now.
everything. If you
I've
can
met
find
this guy before.
He draws his sword and says, now I'm only going to ask this one more time. What
Sir, drop
happened?
that sword immediately, or there's going to be hell to pay.
All right,
Sometimes
roll initiative.
Ah, battle.
To the battle it goes.
It didn't roll for me.
I need to. All right, did you guys roll initiative?
Yes.
yes.
Oh, we can get rid of Sim here. Just as quickly as you think the fight is going to be engaged, they do start it. Let's see, can I actually target you without having it on the map? Probably. All right, here's what. I'm just going to place everyone on the map so we can target one another, but you're going to have to do this with your mind's eye. Can
Got
you
it.
do that?
How
Oh, yeah.
many are we encountering here?
You see four of them. Two in
Four,
front of
four,
you, two
two,
behind
two.
you.
4 and
Yep.
4.
Yep.
All right, so you guys should see your characters there. That's just so you can target if you need to target back and forth.
Gotcha.
Looks like they have won initiative. So each one will step up. Ruffian number 1, standing behind Dog Sidious, tries to bring his sword around and stab him quickly.
And I protect him with
Oh.
my shield.
All right. You can't do that until it's your turn.
It's an interrupt, isn't it?
Yes, but you don't have a reaction until it's after your turn. You see what I'm saying?
Got it.
Unfortunately, he rolls a critical hit and stabs. Poor Dog Sidious. Doing 9 points of damage. Ruffian number 2, standing behind. Who is that? That's Hamtag over there. Just trying to do it in order here.
Yep.
Oh my God! 2 criticals in a row. Sorry guys. I apologize. That's terrible.
Sure you are.
Wow, that's. Oops, I can't. Okay, hang on. I got to get my mouse working again. This stupid thing. Sorry. Apologize. All right, let's try this again. Damn it. Come on. No. Grab.
Alisfar's running away.
He is.
That's right. I've had a few. Oh, I'm back.
Ah, damn it. Hang on a second. Let me try and put it in a. All right. All right. Sorry. All right. Try this again. Damage on. Who is this? House for?
No, Hamtag.
Name tag.
All right, Hamtag. Right. Yeah. All right. Ruffian number 3. Standing in front of Halsfar.
Well, now it's my turn to get slammed.
See if I can roll 3 criticals in a row. No, he swings wildly.
Yeah. Miss me. Now you gotta kiss me.
And Ruffian number 4, standing by Eldrick Daw. He's hit you, slashing at you. And that is all they do. They kind of just encircle you guys. All right, Halsfar.
Okay, so Red Brand Ruffian number 3, arise, my super flame. I got target.
Target.
Do I have to target?
Target.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Halsfar. Which one are you casting? Your righteous
Right. No. it's
sacred
my,
flame. Sacred
yeah,
flame.
sacred flame. Did I do that right?
That is a dexterity 13 save. Okay. So as Ruffian number 3, I will
Did I target
roll.
correctly?
I'll roll his saving throw. That's all right. And he has jumped out of the way as your flames erupt out of the ground. Dog Sidious.
I'll attack. Yeah, the ruffian there. I'm not sure what number that is.
1.
Okay.
Yeah, with my longbow.
Okay.
You the one that had the sword up?
Say again.
I'm assuming so. Yeah.
Oh wow. It's gonna be one. Is it gonna be one of those nights? Jeez. Hamtag. Now
As
you
I
get a
rear-
reaction.
As I rear back my battle axe, and I'm going to use action surge and get an extra action. I take my battle axe and cleave towards Ruffian 2.
Oh.
Oh.
Slice him right across the chest. All right.
And I wheel around and take a hack at Ruffian number 1 with my second action.
Nice. Double hit.
Kaboom and kaboom.
All right.
Whop! Whop!
Eldrick Daw.
Ruffian number 3 is location. Is it top left or bottom? Where is Ruffian number 3?
That would be. Let's see. Ruffian number 3. How can I?
You just do it on your combat.
He's the bottom. He's the bottom. Bottom left dude is Ruffian number 3.
Oh, you see my contact, my target, but firing magic missiles at Ruffian number 3.
You don't have him targeted.
I did, but the target on my
Yeah,
map,
I
icon.
made him invisible, so target him again. My
Oh,
bad. You should see him again. I couldn't tell which one he was, so I made him invisible for a second.
so how do I get that off of there? Okay,
Control F click.
there he goes.
There you go. So roll that damage. First bolt barely hits his shoulder. Second bolt hits him in the left arm. Third bolt barely hits him in the shoulder.
You know, guys, we're like a fighting school.
Ruffian number 1 going after Dog Sidious again. He misses. Ruffian number 2 going after Ham Tag. He's hit. 5 points. Heavy wound there.
Oh.
Ruffian number 3 going after Halsfar. He's hit
Ow.
you. Moderate wounds. Ruffian number 4 going after Eldrick Daw. He misses.
Yay!
Halsfar.
All right, I've got Ruffian number 3 targeted correctly, right?
You have Ruffian number 4 targeted, but okay.
Okay. I was hit by. Okay. All right, hold on.
I just went 1, 2, 3, 4 against you guys. 1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4.
So it's correct now. I'm targeting the correct dude.
You've targeted
target.
2 of them. Ruffian 4 and Ruffian 2.
Okay, so how do I untarget?
Same way you target.
All right, sorry to be so dense.
That's all right, my friend. No problem.
Okay, I take my crossbow to number 4, or whoever I'm targeted.
Number 2. Okay.
And I hit.
Boom.
Thud. The big bolt just hits him right in the chest.
About freaking time.
But his leather armor absorbed most of the damage.
I'm just glad I hit something.
Dog Sidious.
All right. I draw and take aim against the scrub that just tried to attack me. Whoops.
Hit. All right, you put a bolt or an arrow right into his neck. He kind of grasps for a few seconds and then falls down on the ground. Hamtag.
I take another mighty swing with my battle axe Argrimor at Ruffian number 1.
Hit. Oh, slices right across his chest. Part of his armor buttons fly off, and your sword, you have to yank it back out of his chest as he falls to the ground.
And as a bonus action, I would like to do Second Wind and recover some hit points.
All right.
It's in the chat.
Well, there you go. That's proficient there. 1d10 plus your level.
So that'll be 11.
Nicely done. So you're only down 4 points now. Very nice.
Yeah.
Eldrick Daw.
Oh, try this again.
Okay. Who are you targeting, Eldrick?
The same. I'm still
Okay.
targeting number 4.
No,
Sorry,
you're
3.
targeting number 3, who's
3.
3. Okay. So you're fine. Okay, so Ruffian number 1, undaunted, as his 2 allies are laying there bleeding to death here in the dirt of the street.
Now one's dying.
2 of them are. Oh, one's dying. You're right. One's doing nothing but dying. 2 is doing nothing but dying. Ruffian 3, badly wounded. He turns to who is next to number 3?
That's Halfbar.
Halsfar and
Alric.
Elric. As he turns to kind of run away. You guys can take a free shot at him.
I take my crossbow. Got targeting 4. Who am I
Targeting
currently-
number 3, bottom left.
Okay, that's who I'm actually targeting.
Yep.
Did I actually do it right?
No,
All right.
you got number 4 targeted. That's all right. Just target the other guy now.
I will go.
Okay,
All
Doc
right.
City. Welcome.
As your bolt goes in the back of his neck, you hear his neck snap as he falls to the ground. Ruffian number 4 sees all his friends there and decides, you. He swings one last time, lets out a roar, and swings and misses Housefar.
Grab him, Housebar.
Oh, I will. And grab or kill.
Grab him.
All right. I run over and grab him by his neck armor and hold a sword over him.
All right. Do you want to do strength check, please? Oh, it's a tie.
Ah,
Hmm.
let's go to
Did did Ulrich also have action?
You all have an action here in a moment. We're still in initiative order. Hellsford, you kind of have him half on his jersey, half not. Dog Sidious, what do you wish to do?
There's just the one. There's just,
One
up.
left. Yep.
Yeah, I'm struggling. I need help with this guy.
I go over and try to help Alric Doc, right?
Okay.
Pardon me?
Me.
You're Alric.
Housebar.
Hellsfar, pardon me. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I go over to try to help Hellsfar restrain the last ruffian, if you will.
All right. Are you going to take a help action then?
Well, I'm not going to kill him, right? I'm
No.
going to.
Well, there's
Right.
2 ways to do this. You can either try to grab him yourself,
Okay.
or you can try to help your friend, so your friend will get advantage on his check.
I'll try to help my friend.
All right. So you're not. So you're just over there helping. Arm tag, ham tag.
I go to grab him.
My orc friend.
All right. This is ruffian. What, number 4?
Correct.
All right. He tries to dodge out of your way.
Strength check.
Drangus.
Drink. All right. You've got him. You've grabbed a hold of him.
Thank you.
Elder Jaw, what do you wish to do?
Got him by the neck.
I was going over to assist with restraining the fellow.
Who sent you?
I can't talk.
Well, we're not letting you go. So who sent you?
He can't talk. He's being in a chokehold here by your big ally there.
I release the hold slightly. Answer the question.
The gang sent me, of course, silly.
What gang?
Our gang. And you notice as you're grabbing this guy, about 5 guys from the bar come walking out. What seems to be going on here?
Well,
These
Go back
fellows,
to your drinks.
sorry?
Attacked us.
Oh, Herb there. Oh, they see the bloody guys on the ground and they start drawing their swords. I suggest you let them go or you're all going to die.
Take one step and this dagger will go through his throat.
And quickly.
Yes, you see the citizens, they're watching you. Do you want to be known as a murderer? The man is harmless. Let him go.
Yeah. We'll let him go, but no more harassment from these folks.
And I let him go.
He runs over and they start checking on the dead people laying there.
They attacked us.
And yeah, tell your king next time to show himself to us in person before he goes sending his thugs.
I'm sure he'll be visiting you soon enough.
I look
Take
forward
us
to
to him.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, Chris?
Take us to him.
Oh, you want to
let's
meet him,
guys
do you?
first.
What'd you say,
Well,
Dog?
I said search these bodies first, see if they have any information. See what who they if I can find any information on search these bodies.
All right. As you start searching or looking at these guys, you notice that the people that are standing around are like looking at you, like, "What are you doing?"
Dog, maybe we shouldn't do this in present company.
I was thinking we should wait until this fellow here left.
We probably shouldn't even be talking about it.
Yeah, I would listen to the big orc. Get out of here. Just
All
keep
right,
on riding as you get out of town.
let's go find the widow.
Oh, by the way, Brigand, could you direct us to the tanner shed, please?
Yeah, you see, let's see if I can put this on the map here. You've already seen it. You would know that the tanner shed is right here. If I can get the arrow to point properly. Oh, made it a little bit too high. Damn it. I've drawn right through the tanner shed.
Okay.
Well, thank you. We'll be in touch.
We look forward to it.
Yeah, sure you do.
Exit stage left.
All right, so you kind of make your way down as a lot of the citizens of Phandelver are kind of watching as you're escorted down there. And as you get, 100 feet down the road, 150 feet, you see Derek standing there in the road watching.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Darren.
Yes. Well, that was rather unwise.
They started it.
It
Yeah, it
was
wasn't like them to interfere with our business.
Very
Now they know.
heroic, but I heard about what happened in the temple already. I came to visit the inn, but you weren't there. Excuse me, guys.
I thought that was in character. Real well done.
But you do. You've definitely. You definitely know. You definitely hurt him, whoever he is. He doesn't have as many allies as he did this morning. So, job well done there.
I think, however,
Darius, may I ask a favor?
Sure, anything.
Yeah, I was wondering if I could make a necklace for my friend Bubba from the Chamara.
That, my friend, was just a dream.
I thought so, but I figured I'd ask anyway.
a dream.
Yes.
Sorry.
But thanks for asking, Bubba. Bubba. So yes, he puts his hands around you and says, "Yes, the citizens, they see what you're doing, and they're all happy. Trust me, but you've definitely stirred up a hornet's nest now. Whatever happened in the temple last night is bound to happen again unless we can find him and remove the head of the snake."
Then to it.
We must go find that lair. Maybe not now, since we are injured. And
Do you
and
know where he resides?
We had a
Not
I'd like to check out that cavern or that cave. I still want to talk to this widow.
Let's talk to the widow.
let's do that with our remaining time this day, and perhaps another conversation.
Hopefully, Mrs. Sheffield will be here.
He suggests, whatever happened last night is bound to happen again tonight. I would suggest if you know where this lair is, you go after it and kill the beast now. For sure, his spies will come crawling back to him.
Yeah, I think once we
Yeah,
tipped
she-
off
sorry.
with the fight there, that we kind of lost our chance to talk to the widow first.
Okay. Well, we appreciate your counsel, Darius, and our friends will be off to check the cavern. We will try to leave town without being seen if that's possible.
Darren, one more question. Do you know anything about the cavern that is underneath the rock wall on the south side of the mansion to the east?
There were stories the castle was once held by one of the local lords long time ago. Probably had some kind of secret underground passage to get out of a tricky situation. So must be some kind of a secret passage in and out of the residence, would be my guess.
Darren,
Understood.
does this wizard have like a chief helper or anything like that?
Who are you asking?
Darren.
Darren.
Oh, does he have a chief helper? That was your question?
Well, yes. Is there some? Does he have an assistant?
We don't even know who the sorcerer is.
Yeah. If once we find out who lies behind the veil, then we would know more about who is with him.
Okay. It was my understanding that when Dog was talking to Dog, that whoever came up to the temple was not alone, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Probably his thugs. You might have already killed some of them.
Okay. Good enough.
Gentlemen, I believe we should head back to the.
Yeah, it's time.
All right. So you are a little bit injured. Do you wish to do anything about that before you embark on this adventure?
DM, did you say that Darren gave us some healing potions?
He gave you 3 potions, yes.
Okay, because they're all right.
And there was also one that was left from in the room. In the room.
Oh,
with,
Hey, Dog, did you get any of those berries?
I have those berries. Can I make 10 more and pass them out?
Yep, we can give you 10 points of healing. So, but that'll be it for the day, because you only do it once a day.
I feel pretty good.
Actually,
guys,
hang on a second. How many spells can you cast today, Dog?
I can cast 2, but I've cast the berries and I've talked to the
And
animal.
the animal, right? Okay, you're good. All right. So,
So actually,
Hellsfar is down
my
7.
berries, is that okay?
What's
Can I
that?
eat 9?
Say that again.
Can I eat 9 of my berries and just save the one?
Or you could pass them out around. There's
That's true too.
you're down 9. Hellsfar's down 7. Hamtag's down 4, and Eldritch Daw's down 4.
All right, we'll give 4 to Aldrich and 4 to.
I'm feeling fine.
Yeah, get the magic users full health, and then I'll eat the rest.
All right, so 4 to
Thank,
Eldrick, and
thank you,
then
Mr. Dog.
6 for yourself. So you're down to -3. So Hamtag, you're down 4. Dog, you're down 3. Housefar, you're just still down 7.
And I can make more berries tomorrow.
You can make more berries tomorrow. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to fight this tonight.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but it's about, it's afternoon,
Okay, I wasn't sure of the time, so
Yeah.
okay. Gentlemen, I think we should head to the cave, or do we rest? Or do we find a place to camp for the night? I don't know if it's safe to stay in this town the way things have been going.
I think we got to go deal with it. Is it possible for me to cure my own wound?
Oh, absolutely.
I think we should take a short rest for an hour or so. Darren, can we take shelter at your place for a very short time?
Whatever I can do for you. Please, you're always welcome there.
I say we take a very short rest, fellows.
All right, then I wish
Thank you for your hospitality.
Right.
to cure.
So you head back to Darren's place there. He kind of takes you cross country a little bit and through the show you kind of where you were at, back down that way.
Right.
Takes you back to his place. Tries to get you some food, some drink. He asks you more questions about you found some lair, or you found some secret entrances to his lair. How did you do this? It's amazing that you were
It
able to
was
do this. It's a great
truly
find.
amazing. Truly amazing.
Give Dog the city it's all the credit. He's the one that spoke to a neighbor dog. That's where the
He
trail.
he communed with some wildlife. A mere dog. It was amazing.
And you followed this dog to the trail.
Yes.
And that is a great find. Absolutely wonderful. He can't expect you to know about that. So maybe you can still get the element of surprise and enter into his lair to destroy him from behind.
It is our great hope.
What can you tell us about the old abandoned castle above, or the old abandoned inn? It looks like
It was a manor many
A
years ago for one of the local lords. It was used there for the lord for a long time, but when the lord died of some illness, his manor went into inheritance, and his kin never come to take care of the place. And through the years, it fell apart without anyone ever there to take care of it.
Okay. So how long has it been abandoned?
I would say several hundred years, probably.
Okay.
It did look rather decrepit and run down.
Yeah, you did notice the wall that would, that you would enter into would have some kind of gate there is all crumbled down. The gate's missing. You did notice part of the wall or the part of the ceiling in the wall had collapsed in on itself. You can kind of see in the map there pretty much what it looked like to you guys. Yes.
Okay. All right. I give myself the cure wounds.
He asked you about this location for this, since the manor is up on top of a hill. It would show that there was, if this creature was his lair, would not make sense to be in this building that's decrepit and run down. So it must be, his lair must be hidden underground somewhere, and maybe that secret entrance enters into the lair from below.
And that would make the most sense.
That would definitely be
Never
smart
heard.
to check.
Have you heard of anyone ever talking about it before?
About the
The
castle?
lair. The lair.
No. No one knows there's a lair there. And even I don't know for sure. It just could be a coincidence that you've come across the cave entrance.
Okay.
My assumption is that if you followed this dog and he led you to this, he must be following the scent of whoever killed the sister.
I agree.
Yes.
Then they must have went in the secret entrance, and I'm
Some strange
assuming probably that if it's his own personal secret entrance, he probably does not let his ruffians know of it in case he needs to get out in a hurry. So maybe
So he
you
go
can
after
get
the
in
wife.
that way and not have to encounter his gang of thieves and spies.
My fellows, I think we should try that tech.
I agree.
I agree, or set a trap.
Well, let us rest and recuperate, gentlemen.
And
All right.
after that,
You are here as long as you wish. I've got some breads, I've got some cheeses, some wine. What you wish to have?
Music.
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 Chris?
got any Pink Floyd?
Well, there just happens to be a bard wandering by, a minstrel rather, and he says, I have a song that I've written. It's actually in honor of our party, or a member of it, anyhow. Wilson, honey, staying strong and true. Nature did honor upon him in view. Ne'er a finer companion ever known. For all the more his true self was shown. When called upon for strength, he tarried. The burden there ours alone to be carried. His truth and compassion above reproach. Always the stalwart and ne'er the boast. His heart was true with both friend and foe, and brought he to many opponents great woe. And in the spaces that lay between, his peace it spoke volumes to all in his king. So my hand raise a pint and help me to cheer our comrade in arms who are no longer here. We will carry your heart into what lays in store, and we'll honor you. We want to wear more. Wilson, honey, staying strong and true. Nature did honor upon him in view. Ne'er a finer companion e'er known. For all the more his true self was shown. 3 cheers for Phillisham! Hip hip hooray!
Hip,
Hip
hip,
hip hooray!
hip, hip.
Hooray!
Very well met. very well.
Wow.
That was wonderful.
That was awesome.
I'm
Thank you,
speechless.
Minstrel. Have a gold piece. Very well played.
That was really, really good, Chris. Stratomatic Delaware once again. Wow. That was probably the nicest thing I've seen one player do for another. That is amazingly good. So
Dylan is out of character. Dylan is going to be missed. He was really coming along well, and he was a part of this group. We're going to miss you, Dylan. We're going to miss you, buddy.
I agree. You know, I think that is going to bring us to a close tonight. We're gonna end with that because that was so good. I want everyone to appreciate how good that was, and I don't want to continue.
That was awesome, Chris. Thanks for doing that.
You're welcome, guys. You're welcome.
Just beautiful. Yeah, we'll have to get a copy of that and post that.
There's going to be a video. I've already uploaded it to my channel as a video. It is private for now, but I'm going to make it public after this so anybody can view it anytime they want.
Outstanding.
Can't wait. Can't wait to see it myself. That is truly awesome. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and bring our episode to a close.
All right.
Stay tuned next week for the epic conclusion when our brave adventurers finally meet the evil that lurks in the shadows. Will they be able to defeat it once and for all and clear Phandelver from all of its wrongs? Thank you one and all for showing up tonight. Want to give a big shout out to Chrissy and Al Red Sox fan, Bubba Husky, Beatles Eternally. Who else was I missing there, dog? Anyone else?
OG was here, Original Grognard.
OG, thank you for showing up. Appreciate it, my friend. Anyone else that you...
Can't think of any. Bubba, I tried so hard to get you that necklace, buddy.
We're taking care of Mr. Right Eye.
That's it. Well,
Thanks for
guys,
coming out.
once and all, thank you all for showing up and enjoying this. If you're watching later on YouTube, give us a big thumbs up. Our players did an awesome job tonight. Really made the DM think about how things were going to unfold and had to really think about how the story was going to be altered based upon their good, thorough, wise investigation. So great job to all the players tonight as well. And be sure to tune in next Thursday, 8 o'clock p.m. for the epic conclusion of our 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons game. So until next week, guys, thank you so much for showing up. We'll see you guys then. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, folks.
Bye.